And good evening, everyone, and welcome back out to Merrill Blackburn Field here on the historic grounds of England Air Park, where it is time for baseball at the Burn. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, 446 Sports, bringing you Grace Christian baseball all throughout the season. And this is a big one tonight. They play the 9-1 Chiefs of Natchitoches Central out of that District 2 5A. What happened the last time they were in District 2 5A? Well, it was a 16-0 loss to Ash. We'll see what goes on here. Going to turn it down to the field for the playing of our national anthem. There we have the national anthem finishing up here, and we're just a few moments away from being ready to get this thing going. You see the Warriors starting to make their way back over to their dugout, going there, and we will get starting lineups here for you in just a moment. Chuck making a few adjustments, but in the meantime, we're going to go over to – we'll have to fix that one too because it's a little dark, so we'll get all of that set up for us as we quickly turn around from last night to tonight. Batting order the same as last night for the Warriors. Carson Courtright, center field. Luke Johnson, third base. Canyon Wright at first. Cody Davis behind the dish, bats fourth. Seth Cook finds his way out to second base. Maddox Adelise at shortstop. Jack Powell on the hill for the Warriors. Micah Palmer plays right field tonight, and Cooper Courtright will be the designated hitter and bat ninth. Aiden Cook will play left field. Titus Williams will lead off and play left field for the Chiefs. Brock Laird, the second baseman. Alex Dupuy bats third, plays shortstop. Dylan Braxton, the designated hitter, will bat fourth. Taylor Jordan bats fifth and plays first base. Cooper Hudson, third base, bats sixth. Layden Rawls will be behind the dish for Natchitoches Central. Lannon Collum, the right fielder, number 6, bats eighth. Kyron Payne, the center fielder, will bat ninth. And on the hill tonight, another left-hander. This will be the fourth left-hander the Warriors had to face, and that's Adam Gillette, the pitcher. On their Warriors come in at 8-1, and Natchitoches Central at 9-1. Resetting the defense for the Warriors. Out in left field is Aiden Cook. Center field, Carson Courtright. Right field, Micah Palmer. Third base, Luke Johnson. Shortstop, Maddox Adelise. Second base, Seth Cook. First base, Canyon Wright. And the battery tonight for your Warriors, Cody Davis behind the plate, Jack Powell on the hill. And so big night of baseball. Had a big day of basketball, an overtime thriller there. The NAIA opening round tournament saw LSU Shreveport in that one, and teams from all over the place. The U-Pike out of Pikeville, Kentucky, will play LSU Shreveport for a shot to advance to the Sweet 16 tomorrow. But we are underway here. First pitch going to be coming at, we'll see when he gets it off. First pitch tonight at 6:01.
Ish.
And Jack Powell set to deliver this one, Titus Williams. And we're underway. That one right there for strike one. And that's what you want to see. Williams, Laird, and Dupuy set to lead things off for the 9-1 Red Hot Chiefs. Swept Oakdale over the weekend. That was lifted high out to left. Going to be gone, and a leadoff home run for Titus Williams. Oh, baby, that's not the way you want to start things off. Home run to left field, high and deep. And they will welcome Williams, the left fielder, in at home plate. Got to get out and shake that one off now. 1-0. Natchitoches Central leads this. And look, we looked at some of the scores. They put up a lot of runs and don't allow many. So we'll see how that goes. But that's not the start that Jack Powell wanted. Brock Laird will come in. Now stands in there, the second baseman for Natchitoches Central. So 2 pitches, and one of them a strike, one of them out of the park. Powell stands in ready to deliver his next batter. That one misses up high to Laird. Chuck, a good job of getting everything set up for us right at the buzzer, as always, doing yeoman's work. Here's the Powell delivery. That one misses other side of the zone from the first pitch, and it's 2 balls, no strikes.
What exactly is yeoman?
It's just good, solid, everyday, steady work.
I mean, is that a seaman term, like, from the boats and stuff? Sounds like that position on the boat somewhere.
That one misses up high. And it is 3 balls and no strikes. That just, wow, what an inauspicious start.
Absolutely it is.
And we'll get back to your question here momentarily, Chuck. That one is in there for a strike.
I was going, if nothing else, I was going to poll the audience.
If I understand correctly, it's back from the days of nobility and that like, and the one that was always there to do service, that was helping out and always doing the work that needed to be done, was the yeoman. And it comes not from the boat, but from the old Knights of the Round Table and such as that.
Nice.
So that's the kind of work that you're doing.
Thank you, sir. Because it is almost nightfall.
That's.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong knight. Okay, you're right.
That one in there for the strike. So we'll see. That's Alex Dupuis, the shortstop. Now, who stands in to bat 1-0. Warriors trail top of the first. That big leadoff home run. Pitch out, nothing doing. Look to catch Laird maybe napping off of first base, but nothing going on there. Alex Dupuis stands in there. He'll bat from the right side. Jack has allowed a home run and walked a batter in the first 2 that he has faced here. You can't get too far behind this Natchitoches Central team.
That was a purely little drop ball. Slider, I guess, huh?
No, that's more the curve. The slider comes more right to left or left to right, depending on how you threw it into the curve. Has that more overhand
curves
angle
down.
to it, yeah. Yeah, slider more breaks right to left.
Okay.
Another attempt at a pitch out, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
If you're going to do a pitch out like that, they must be pretty confident in him on the mound there. It looks like he's gotten a little bit stronger.
And the 2 balls that he's thrown have been pitch outs, and that often faking the go that time. And the young man Brock Laird really has the concern of Powell and Davis back there, and this count has ran full after it being an 0-2 count. Powell set to deliver the payoff pitch. Looks in, takes a long time, maybe trying to get the batter to step out, and does call time. That's Dupuis. A lot of times you'll just stand there and let the batter eventually call the timeout. But we'll get a shot up in the box here in a little while. My man Keith Stokes not watching tonight. He is up in the stands.
What?
In the Keith box.
Keith box.
Here's the full count delivery, misses low, and that is back-to-back walks, and expect a visit from Josh Brown, the coach of the Warriors, before too long. Home run and then runners at first and second. And you've got your designated hitter who bats cleanup, Dylan Braxton, bats from the left side. If he's just in there to hit and he is the cleanup hitter, I guarantee you he can put a charge into a baseball, Chuck.
Yes, he can. I can only imagine holding that spot.
That one misses outside. And Brown, not a stranger to going out there in the middle of a count. nobody warming in the bullpen early on. Anything will come out of who's out on the diamond now, but you cannot let this one get too far away from you. Powell sits ready to deliver, looks back at second base. There's that big, nice curveball that's in there for a strike. We'll be keeping an eye out for our player of the game tonight. Nice. We'll do that. Cooper Courtright had it last night, his first game back. Did a great job wielding the bat. Curveball again in there for the strike. And 1 ball and 2 strikes on 2 pretty curveballs to Braxton. Has yet to offer at a pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Need to go ahead and get an out here. If you can record this strikeout, that would be big. Set you up with a good opportunity to roll a double play and get out of here. Steps off, looks back at second base. This Chiefs team out of District 2 5A, or correction, 1 5A, out of that Shreveport district. There were some talks. They used to be in that district with Ash and Pineville in that group. Comes set, now delivers. Another curveball, and that one is lifted foul behind that one.
Yeah, they reorganize sometimes every couple of years.
Every 2 years is when they rotate and they'll look at it.
But sometimes they get some rotation depending on who's moving up and who's moving down.
Of course, the LHSAA could change things in the middle of the season.
As we've seen.
With it, yeah. Boy, one of these days they're not going to let us come out anymore. Powell comes set, delivers the 1-2. That one misses just high and evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff home run, Titus Williams walks to Laird Dupuis. Nobody down here, and 1-0 top of the first. 2 ball, 2 count strike to Braxton. Comes set, does Powell, looks back, checks the runner at second. Curveball lifted foul once again, out to the far side and into the parking lot where most folks are parked. Good crowd, Natchitoches Central, you can imagine, brought a good group down here for their 5A visit to Class B and select Division 5 Grace Christian. Third straight 2-2 offering, and that one misses and fills the count up. A lot of pitches thrown. "17 pitches now without recording an out. See if number 18 finds the zone for the strikeout to the cleanup hitting Braxton. Here's the delivery. That one yanked foul right over into the batter's circle, the on-deck circle, and Taylor Jordan doesn't even move at all. I think that ball might have got on him too quick to realize it, didn't know that it had got there that fast.
Must have caught one of those fence posts standing up to kick it out in the field like that.
Right.
Hope it didn't get his leg, obviously.
Redo the full count. Payoff pitch once again. Powell, couple of looks back, and that one is smoked down the line and foul right past. Oh, they're calling it. Now he calls it foul. Official didn't come out of the behind the plate very quick and say foul, but he was very demonstrative with his call after that, letting everybody know, hey, it's foul, it's foul. Canyon in that group down the line. Canyon just let it go. He and Micah Palmer didn't really go after it quickly like one that was down the line, but had never been announced as foul as dramatically as it was there towards the end of it. So we'll redo the payoff pitch.
Yet again.
Powell comes set, looking for a good curveball. Misses up high with that one, and that loads them up. 3 straight walks following the leadoff home run, and that has business brewing for the Chiefs here in the first. And Tyler Jordan, the first baseman, will stand in there, and Coach Brown will make his way out there. You see him walking out, we believe, on your monitor. Yeah, you see him there. Luke and Maddox and Seth and Canyon in there alongside with him, just getting the young man to calm down a little bit rattled in this one. Just get the curveball down and hang in there is all you can say. Again, the Chiefs come into this one at 9-1. We'll look back at some of their scheduling of what they had leading the way to get them to that 9-1 start. I know it was a 3-game sweep over Oakdale just recently that has propelled them, and then played Grant last night and beat them 11-2.
Oh, wow.
They come into it ranked 6th in the power ratings, does Natchitoches Central. They're Division I non-select, of course. Victories over Karen Crow and Minden and North DeSoto. Only loss of the season, and that was a 4-1 contest to Ouachita Christian. But they've beat Northwood Shreveport. They beat Weston, which is a really good team. Swept Oakdale 3 games, and then beat Grant just a day ago.
Oh, wow.
That fastball in there for a strike. And you'd take one right back to the pitcher and let him go home to first with it. Powell comes set, delivers this one, and instead it's smoked just past the diving Maddox Adelise. 1 run comes in to score, another man coming around, and that is a 2 RBI base hit for Taylor Jordan.
Oh, he's over here on first now. There he is.
So Braxton makes his way to second base. Taylor Jordan apologized if there's any delays on it, any lagging. Internet issues out here this evening. Squaring around to bunt is Cooper Hudson, the third baseman, takes that one down low. And not the kind of start you wanted. 3 have scored, 2 on, and still nobody down. 3 straight walks and then a couple of base hits mixed in there. Got the home run, 3 walks, and a base hit. Hard smash. Maddox had a shot at it, but would have had to make a spectacular play to get it. That one misses down low. And got to believe, Chuck, this may be the last batter for Hudson. Don't know anything there, but he's yet to record an out. Has Powell. The 2 balls that has been hit have been hit hard.
Yeah.
And you got to try to keep this as close as you can early on. There's a good curveball.
I mean, he's working the curve really good, but
yeah, but you just can't keep throwing it time and time again. And we saw this as we played Ash, on that Friday night or that Thursday night. They hit through the order 3 times, and you can't let something like that happen. Ball misses up high, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Three-one count to Hudson. Cooper Hudson stands in. That is ball 4. And the 4th walk issued, and that'll bring Layden Rawls, the catcher, and that does bring Brown out. And I got to believe that that may do it for Powell tonight.
Yeah, he's already got the ball in his hand.
Looks like he's going to go to Canyon on here. As when you see Canyon go off to get the new glove, he's got his first baseman's mitt on, and he goes into the dugout to get his fielder's mitt. You can see that he is going to come out onto the field and pitch. So it will be Canyon Wright making his way out to the mound tonight for the Warriors in relief of Jack Powell. Got to believe that you'll see Seth perhaps move over to first and send Jack back to second base. Got to think that's the natural progression of what will happen there. So you'll see Seth pick up that glove. We're going to let Canyon get warmed up. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Grace Christian Baseball on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, You're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we are back. Canyon finishing up his warm-up pitches. Wright comes into the game. The runners on base will be the responsibility of Jack Powell. And Jack makes his way to second base, so we did see that. The youngster does not record an out here in the top of the first. Canyon will stand in there to face Layden Rawls. And so 3 runs have scored. Runners at first, their bases loaded for the Chiefs. All 3 of those runs belong to Powell. They were all earned at this point, the 3 that are here to start with. And Canyon stands in there to face Rawls. Canyon steps up and throws the first one for a strike. We saw him come in and throw 4 innings in relief the other day. Canyon set to deliver this one, also gets that one in there for a strike. If the Warriors can keep it right here, need to come in and limit it right here and let those bats get going and avoid any type of a big inning. Canyon taking his time. That allowed Rawls to say, you know what, I'm going to step out of this one just a minute. That one ground up the middle. Going to take it himself at second. The run will come around to score, but the first out is recorded. Dylan Braxton will score on the play. Jordan moves over to third. Cooper Hudson is going to be out, and they'll score that one 6 unassisted on the putout. Reaching on fielder's choice is Rawls. Runners at first and second. Landon Collum stands in to bat.
First and third.
What did I say?
First and second.
Oh, well, there you have it, first and third. Four to nothing. Natchitoches Central leads this one. Canyon working the third to first. Nobody going there. Finally getting an out in this one. Apologize if the feed is a little choppy. Just this errant air tonight causing some chaos.
A little bit of a cloud coverage tonight.
Canyon looks back over at first. Now comes set. Oh, for the ground ball double play here. Swung on and missed. And that is 0-1 to Collin, the right fielder. 8th man coming to the plate in the form of Landon Collin, the right fielder. Center fielder Kyron Payne set to bat next. Just got to keep it somewhere manageable right here. Don't give up that big inning. Canyon with the third to first fake. Nothing doing. Trying to keep the runners close, as Natchitoches Central has shown that they will be off and running at any point.
Oops. Put the run on the wrong side there.
We'll take it.
Yep.
4-0, though.
Wish it
You
worked
see it on our Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. That one swung through.
See what I did there?
No.
I muted my mic when I coughed.
Oh, did you? Well, thank you for that. 0-2, the count to Column. That one misses up high, and the runner was off and going. So that'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count, but give the runner down to second and third now on that stolen base. Thought they had a strikeout, did the Warriors. A base hit now could score a couple of runs and really put you behind that big inning. Strike called at the letters. That's going to be a strikeout looking. And that one was up every bit of the top portion of the strike zone. Second out there. And that'll bring up Kyron Payne. You desperately don't want to have Titus Williams climb back up there with runners on. All he did was homer on the second pitch he saw.
Yeah.
Swung through that one. Canyon looking good. Came in and
got a good cut on the ball. I'll give him that.
Ground out on the fielder's choice. Struck out the next man. Has given up a run. That one charged to Jack Powell. Still responsible for the runner that is at third. That one bounces away. Nobody going anywhere. Just got to hope those Warriors have those bats going on like they had last night, Chuck.
Yes.
Put up 22 runs in that game. We're hitting everything in the strike zone. We'll see another left-handed pitcher tonight in Adam Gillette. Seemed to throw a lot of mid-speed fastballs and changeups in there. Here comes the pitch from Canyon. Misses that one up high. And it's 2 balls and a strike.
Poor little plane that just took off here at the airport. He was giving it all she got to try to get up there.
Wind was
vertical.
getting them, yeah.
Yeah.
2 balls and a strike now to Payne. That one in front of the plate hits, bounces, had the spin on it, and backs back around. That'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cannot put him on base and let Williams come up to bat with the bases loaded here. Already homered this inning.
Albeit a different pitcher, but still, you already showed his
Nonetheless.
Yep. Oh.
Curveball goes off of the helmet of Payne. And hit by pitch gets us back, and that'll bring up time to scratch out the scorebook and carry over the inning. Titus Williams will bat with the bases loaded. And Titus one swing away from putting this thing in a whole new light. Canyon's got to come in and get this young man out. Again, the runner at third, still Powell's responsibility. The 2 on base to Canyon. That one misses outside. Night falling a little earlier, Chuck, and you did say that that cloud cover. And that one smashed up the middle. 1 run is going to score. Carson's going to have a play. They hold the runner. Good job of cutting it off right there by Cook in the middle. Kept anybody from going anywhere. But that is a base hit added to Williams' first inning heroics. He's got 2 RBI now. He's at first. And we'll move everybody else around. Jordan comes around to score the 5th run. Rolls over to third. And the bases continue to be loaded. Brock Laird grounds this one back to right at first. He goes home to get the out rather than first, but that will retire the side. But not before 5 runs come across. They score 5 runs on 3 hits, 5 runs, 3 hits, 3 men left on after a half inning of play. It is 5-0. Warriors coming up to bat. Due up for the Warriors, Carson Courtright, Luke Johnson, Canyon Wright when we come back.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
And we are back getting ready for the Warriors' first shot at it tonight. Need to get those bats going this evening. My goodness, 5 runs for Natchitoches Central there in the first. Warriors put up 11 in the first last night. Would like to see them keep that streak going and put up another big number here. This is that left-hander that we told you about. Saw him going, Adam Gillette. Saw him warming up big, tall left-hander. Will be the 4th lefty the Warriors have faced this year. And have not fared very well against these lefties.
Have not. Indeed, they have not.
Ball and a strike to Carson. Had a good night last night. That one behind the pitch and fouls that one off. Carson last night had a 3-hit night. Had a single back in the first and a double in the first. And then reaches on a base hit there in the third as well. So a 3-hit night for Carson. But those don't matter. All of those are gone and done. Foul ball back into the cage. And again, apologies for the internet lagging. We are getting reports that it's running a little bit slow, but it should work itself out as the night gets out of here and that 5 to 6 o'clock traffic gets off of it. That one misses low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You are watching us over on YouTube. We invite you to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification alert. Lost one of our YouTube subscribers as he's here in the park tonight.
He's still a subscriber, just not watching.
He is. He's just not watching. And all the way back to a full count. To see Carson generate out of that leadoff spot. Ground ball to second. It's just a little nubber there. And hustling down the line, but not in time. And we'll score that 4-3 on the putout. It's going to bring Luke Johnson. Luke went 4 for 4 last night. Hit the ball so solid. Scored 3 runs. And goodness, what a night he had. Switches around and bats from the right side this time. More power, more pop from the left side, but likes to showcase swinging from both sides of the plate. First delivery to Luke is just skates the bottom level of the strike zone, and it's in there for strike 1.
Kind of like doing the limbo, but he hit the bar, huh?
It did. Second delivery now from Gillette. That's a curveball that hits the top. And look, this is one of the better ones that we've seen throw the ball this year. Nothing in two, the count to Johnson. Gillette stands in. Now he's going to back off, and that will cause Johnson to step out as well. Rocks and fires does Gillette. Curveball misses over the top of the strike zone, drops back into the catcher's glove, but after passing through the strike zone out of it, 1-2 strikes. Canyon Wright due up next at his 4th home run of the year last night. Gillette, the lefty for Natchitoches Central, doing a good job of controlling the tempo from the mound. Chuck, you've heard us talk about that too, tempo being controlled by the pitchers.
Yes.
And Gillette is doing a good job of that. He alters the time it takes him. That one misses down low.
Yeah, you can see he's got a good command. He's painting it in there pretty good, and like you said, he's controlling that tempo. So when he wants the batter to step out, he'll step off. He's just controlling it.
Got to work into that pitch count. That one swung through and missed. Down on strikes goes Johnson. And that's out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Canyon Wright stands in there. And this is one of those matchups that you want to see what the young sophomore can do. He hits the ball well, but what's he going to do against the big-time pitching? That's what we're going to see as the sophomore just still learning the game from the plate, does a tremendous job of it. Leads the team with 4 home runs. That one out of the strike zone high.
And his 4th one coming as recent as last night.
Last night, indeed, he was.
I wasn't sure if he was going to swing. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
Nice video.
Chuck getting famous. Famouser, that's what they call it. That one framed by the catcher, Layden Rawls. And it's a ball and a strike. That one misses down low, hits the actual that turf there around home plate. Field looking good this year. It's been a lot of work through the years. Gillette just pounds that fastball inner half. And it is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Wright. Seen the changeup, you've seen the fastball, and seen the curveball now.
Changeup, I think, is coming.
Fastball down low. Chuck doing a good job of running the camera. We'll leave the prognosticating to, up in the booth. Full count, I say, in jest. That one bounces low and going to send Canyon down to first base, and that'll bring up Cody Davis. Cody Davis, the Warriors catcher, came in and pitched it a little last night. Scored a couple of runs for the Warriors, had a base hit. That was back in the 3rd inning of that one. Walked a couple of times, got hit by a pitch. Seems to do that a bunch.
Seems to.
You'd like to come back and get some runs in the bottom of the inning. Yeah, they've shifted well over for Cody. Cody can hit to all fields.
You've obviously been scouting these 446 Sports videos.
That one goes down the right field line.
And out of play.
Yeah, that's always the question of covering games on a daily basis for these teams, as it's good scouting material, but the folks here at Grace Christian have really embraced what it is that we do, as well as the fans and those watching.
Much appreciate that.
That one misses low. Up to, what did I say, Chuck, 626 subscribers?
I believe that's what you said.
I promise I'm
going
to quit talking about it once we get past 1,000.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. And look, we're grateful. It didn't matter if there was 0 followers. We're still going to be out here doing what we're doing. That just gives your subscribers, that just gives you the opportunity to follow along. working his way up into the pitch count now. He's been full on 2 of the 3 batters that he's faced has Gillette. So about a 20-pitch inning now here for the lefty from Natchitoches Central. If you continue to work, that one lifted down the line and foul and out of play, and we'll do the 2-2 count once again. But again, you do what you can to get deep into that pitch count. Yeah, 23 pitches now thrown here in the first. You'd like to keep that going. That one up and away and runs that one full. So 3 out of the 4 batters have seen a full count from Gillette.
That'll add those pitches up.
Mm-hmm.
Foul out a few, even run it up a little bit higher. Huh?
5-0, Natchitoches Central with a big lead. Wind blowing out. You like to see Cody get one up in the jet stream, and they're going to be picked off of first is Canyon. And, yeah, that will retire it. Canyon was leading off. The lefty saw what he was doing there and picked off. So Canyon 1-3. They'll call that a caught stealing for the 3rd out. And when we come back, Cody will get a fresh at-bat. He'll come up with a 0-0 count. Face the minimum now through the first inning. It wasn't 3 up, 3 down, but Cody will come up as the 4th batter. 5-0 after 1. Dupuy, Braxton, and Jordan due up for the Chiefs when we come back.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee. We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes!
I got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks. And then when we went to The Voice the next day, I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
Back to the burn we go. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins just in the top of the 2nd, and we are 39 minutes into this one. Another one of those long ones, 5-0. We'll do it in the first. Dupuy, Braxton, and Jordan comes up. Dupuy walked and scored a run, the shortstop, and he will stand in against Canyon Wright, who came in and gave up a couple of runs. One of those to charge to Powell, so close the book on Powell with 4 earned runs. One of those runs given to Canyon. And set and ready to go is Canyon Wright. Misses that one, goes through the wickets there, gets back to the backstop.
The DERF.
Right. That would be the dirt turf that's back there. The DERF, if you will. Worked out way better than any other combination. That one over to Luke at third. Snags that one. Backhanded over in time to first. Good play. And then it's chunked into the outfield, and it's just been one of those kind of nights. Dupuy grounds out 5-3. Luke Johnson continues to field his position quite well. Dylan Braxton also walked back in the first and scored a run. Part of 3 walks in a row that really did pal in. The home run, you can get around, but the 3 walks and then the base hit, and that just led to the demise of Jack Powell. That one in there for the strike. Pardon you.
Yes. Thank you.
That one misses low, and it's a good pitch. I'll have my monitor here next week, though, Chuck, so I'm able to mount it when we have that.
I can go back to my multi-view.
We'll have our new facilities, our new digs out here in the outfield, we believe, when we come back on the 13th, maybe.
It's our new crib. Yep.
Right? Fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Warriors need a clean inning and get those bats up and going, survive that big 5-run first inning, and don't let Natchitoches Central repeat such a thing here in back-to-back innings. Canyon throws that one up high. Wanted to throw a curveball, but didn't really break. You really got to be careful leaving a curveball hanging in the upper half of the strike zone.
Florida would know that as a Chad.
Boy, showing your age. My age, everybody's age. Here comes Canyon, the delivery. Fastball smoked out here to where we're at. Carson's going to come around and pick it up. He gets by him to the fence, and now the runner is off and going to second. Not in time, and boy, what a good shot at it. So that'll be a single for Braxton, and he's going to take second on the error. It's an E8 that gets him over to second base on the throw, and Taylor Jordan will come in. Taylor had that base hit following the 3, picked up a couple of RBI in his last at-bat back in the first. Good curveball in there, strike 1. Back to work go the Natchitoches Central Chiefs. A lot going on tonight around the area. School board meeting tonight.
Oh, yes.
As if you needed some more excitement. 1 ball, 1 strike. Don't know what's going on with that one. I just know it'll be a late night over there.
Can only imagine.
Canyon looks back at second base, comes set, now delivers. Missing up high, and there's been a steady, I guess, a lot of those that were up there in the top of the strike zone, the Warriors have missed high on a number of pitches.
Yeah.
Canyon looks back at the runner, now delivers. Misses high.
Almost called that before it got to the glove.
3 balls and a strike. Yeah, didn't have the break on it, and you kind of saw. Appreciate those folks that are on Facebook that are following along. Yes, we know there was some lags early on. Hopefully it's got itself worked out in this one. We are at the mercy of the internet anywhere we go. Ground ball up the middle. Going to hold the runner is Adelise. He's over in time to first. And a good play. Score that one 5-3. Correction, give that 6-3 on the putout. And Cooper Hudson will stand in there. He walked and was retired on the fielder's choice. Big shout out to the Lonadiers up in New York. The Courtwright's grandparents. Vicky Squires watching us tonight. Nikki Wright. So hello to all of you that are following along with us and watching.
Thank you, thank you. I have a joke about deers, but I'll ask permission first. It was one that I shared with my students.
Yeah, those don't generally make the air. Nothing in one the count.
My wife approved it. She said it was good.
Because she has an unwavering love for you, Chuck. Unwavering, I say.
Unwavering. Not like the crackers, right?
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. Canyon trying to stay clean this inning. Misses away with that one. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Warriors off for the next couple of nights. They play this weekend down in Eunice before returning here to Merrill Blackburn Field on the 13th.
I can only imagine 2 or 3 games on that.
That one up and in. 3 balls and a strike. See, Chuck, you learned what yeoman was tonight, too. You learned you try to pick up something as you go along.
Absolutely.
Those of you that are following along and watching on our Facebook page, hit the follow button, the like button, and you'll know, too, when we go where we do. If you're on Boxcast, welcome out there. Chat feature is open on all of them. Let us know what's going on with you tonight. That one ground over to first base and gets down through and out into the outfield. And one couple of pitches away from getting out of it, but striking here in the top of the second with 2 outs. Braxton will come around to score, and that is an RBI for Hudson. Layden Rawls will stand in there. He reached on a fielder's choice back in that long first inning.
Interesting you'd say picking up something along the way. As a young child, my aspiration was to be a garbage man because I would always see him rolling those drums.
Right, that was fancy.
Hand.
See, back then, they don't do that anymore, though.
They just go over with a crane and lift the thing up and
go grab it, and yeah, there you have it.
But I always want to be a garbage man because they're always picking up something too.
Good
how about that analogy?
It's always good to have dreams.
And look at me now.
And here you are stuck out in center field calling baseball every evening. How about that?
Just getting dug up.
Right. That one hammered. Going to be caught, a big diving stab over there. Brought in. Good piece of work. Goodness gracious. What a great job. Micah Palmer going in and getting that one will follow him in, and that is another one of those web gems, huh, Chuck?
Yes, indeed, web gem.
That'll make it on our highlight reel tonight, and that saves what would have been a couple of runs. That's giving your body up. Just one run comes across. Will that be the spark delivered? Cody Davis comes back up. Seth Cook, and Maddox Adelise due up for the Warriors in the bottom half of the second. Let's get some runs. Cody Davis picks up where he left off, stands in there ready to go to work. Takes that in there for strike one. Had a 3-1 count on him when Canyon was officially scored as caught stealing, was picked off of first base. And Adam Gillette has faced the minimum in the bottom of the first. Left-handers tend to give these Warriors trouble. Just don't have a chance to work on that because you don't have any lefties here throwing for the Warriors.
And the pitching machine just doesn't quite do the same.
No, you don't see that really anymore. They just, the coaches will throw a lot of it, or they'll get some live in and out type stuff. But
that would be a fun video to get, to come out and watch the coaches trying to throw it left-handed.
Oh, well, they teaching them to hit. Yeah, that's right. We do need to get some lefty pitching out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count to Davis. Swung through that one, and that down on strikes. Second strikeout for Gillette, and that's the first out here. Seth Cook. Tremendous catch out in right field by Micah Palmer. Saw the one last night from Carson in center field. These Warrior outfielders are doing work when they get the opportunity. Seth had a pretty good game last night. Got the victory on the mound after going. He was started, scored a couple of runs, had the home run and 6 RBI on the night. That big grand slam that he had.
Low in, down at the bottom there. Ball one.
Saw the little rabbit jumping around earlier, too. We made his way last night and saw him again. Swung through that one and missed. Just behind that one. Got to get things going. That fastball of Gillette really jumps out of there in a hurry. Right down the pipe, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maddox Adelise to follow. Swung through that one, back-to-back strikeouts for Adam Gillette. And Maddox Adelise will stand in there. Pretty good work at shortstop all season long. It was great talking to him on the show the other night. Got hit by a pitch, walked, got hit twice last night. So 1 for 2, had a base hit, scored a run, and got hit by a pitch twice. Fouls that one back towards the press box. Strike 1.
Something come all the way out to the field there. Something came off of the netting or what, but pitcher came over and picked it up there.
Was not our camera.
No, or your phone.
Right, either way. That one upper half in there for the strike. 0-2 quickly to Adelise. And I'm telling you, this is a rhythm you do not want to let Gillette get into.
I haven't had a chance to watch him any yet this year, but just from this game, solid fella.
Smoked foul well behind. Maybe better served to not put the shift on and just ease those base run, those fielders back around to their normal positions. Left-hander stares in. Gillette misses down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes, perhaps trying to get Maddox to chase one out of the zone.
Perhaps.
Looking back over some differing schedules, we told you what Natchitoches Central had. 9-1 down on strikes, and strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down, minimum face through 2. Warriors, no runs, no hits, no error. After 2 completed, it's 5-0. Natchitoches Central has the lead. We'll be back on 446 Sports.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Here we go, back top of the third. Natchitoches Central, 5 runs in the first, 1 in the second. They lead this one 6-0. I think I may have said 5-0 back in the second a couple of times, but it is 6-0. Chuck has the scoreboard right. Just remember, Wallace Eye Associates, they've got it correct even when I don't. I wonder if that's going to be the new slogan. Maybe not.
Why not?
Get it right even when Doug doesn't.
Dug them out of a hole.
0-1, the count. Canyon has had pretty good success since he's been in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another one.
Bites.
And that's, you know, we've talked about it since way back the Oberlin game on opening night. The Warrior pitchers have left a lot of pitches up in the strike zone throughout. When they're missing tall.
That was a nice one.
That one, every bit of the hands, and 2 balls and 2 strikes. Canyon's got that good low fastball that he can throw. There you see the sophomore right-hander stand in, ready to go to work. Rocks back and delivers this one. That one misses just too low, and that runs the count full. Again, big shout-out to Kimberly Harrell Certified Appraisers. You see that rolling around in the corner now. Fatburger and Buffalo's Express was up there. Had a good time on Sunday night. We invite you to come out and see the show. We know a lot of people are watching that. We appreciate that. That one is in there, strike 3, looking, and around the horn it goes.
And the chief batter there, he was thought he was going down to first.
He did. Got to get to the dugout that way. That's the only good thing.
This is true. He could play it off a lot better that way.
Strikeout of Column there, and it's got 1 down in the top of the third, 6-0. Natchitoches Central leads it. So on the road to Arcadia on Monday night, and then back home here to open up district play versus Harrisonburg before a couple of road contests, Harrisonburg and Monterey, but back home here against Harrisonburg at 2-3. District aligned a little bit different as Harrisonburg is in there, Monterey is in there, Avoyelles Charter there, Rapides, and Country Day. Not at all the district that you grow up with, but University Academy Alexandria Country Day will be that final district series, and what a good one that was last year. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you said Grace has a tournament this weekend. There's several tournaments, and you've said it before, that early season they're going to get a lot of tournaments in, get a lot of gameplay in.
They're trying to do that pre-district.
Yep. Softball tournaments this weekend. They've got one over at Ward 10 with Tioga hosting it.
A lot of teams in that one.
Got 17 right now.
That one drilled right out to where we're at. Going to be picked up there by Palmer as he goes down to a knee. Good piece of hitting by Kyron Payne. And 1-for-1 now on the night as he was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Back to the top of the order. That will be Titus Williams, who is homered and has a single in the game. Halfway to the cycle just in his first inning of work. Some say he's got the easy ones out of the way, the home run and the single, the double and the triple. We don't want him having that at all, but he just hits the ball. And that's why he's up at leadoff for this Natchitoches Central team that is 9-1, looking to get to double-digit wins tonight. And up big here in the top of the third, 6-0. That one misses away, drops in front of Cody, but he's able to keep the runner at first. One down in this one, you'd like to see Canyon maybe roll a ground ball out to Adelaide's there and let them turn it. He and Jack and Seth turn this one in the middle infield.
That would be nice.
Snap throw back over to first. Canyon owes him one. He owes him a pickoff.
He does.
Over there. He's got to see if he can get that one. He was a victim of that. Canyon staring back now at first. Play him to shade a little bit. Again, the throw over to first.
Gillette had a really good pickoff move. I'll give him that.
He did, and when you're sitting there staring at him too, as the lefty, you can get hung up over there and just not know. And the sophomore will see more and more of those lefties, and just have to work on that. Canyon sits in and delivers this one. That curveball twists around. Titus had backed out and tried to get out of the way of it, and it drops in for a strike. That's the good curveball.
Yeah. Pulled his hands back in like a little T-Rex. Like, ooh.
Pitch out, snap throw to first. Not in time, but close. Yeah, the Warriors don't have their schedule yet, but hopefully it works out a little bit better than that trip down to Oberlin did, as they delayed throughout the day of that game and nearly didn't get started till later than they did.
You hope they don't run into those issues again.
Got him there. Oh, no, they're calling him safe, and that was close. Canyon displaying his really good pickoff move there, that snap throw. He'll throw some over that don't get over as quick and lull the base runner over a little bit, and thought he had Payne, the center fielder, drifting off just a little bit. Closest we've seen to a pickoff. And off and running now. Cody's going to have a shot but drops the ball, and that one is going to be a stolen base for Kyron Payne. And 2 balls and a strike. Runner now in scoring position, moves
3
down to second base. 3 balls and a strike to Titus Williams. All Titus did was homer on the second pitch of the game, and it's been downhill for the Warriors since. That one is smoked down the line. Going to come up and be fielded. And now runners at the corners. Titus continues to have himself a game. Brock Laird will stand in there. He walked in his first at bat.
Camera having issues trying to focus. Maybe bugs flying around in front.
What I do with it is hit it on the side. That's what happens when I'm on my computers and things. If it doesn't actually work, makes me feel a little bit better.
Why not?
Brock Laird, the Chiefs second baseman stands in there from the right side. Titus, we know, will be off and running on one of these pitches. Expect Canyon to go third to first move. This one just a snap throw back to first. And that's what you have to do as a pitcher. You've got to vary the looks that you give these batters. Hour into this one, we're in the top of the third. Chuck not muting before he had that little snack.
Trying to have a snack, but nope. Too much going on.
This one smoked into second, over to bobbled around there on the exchange. They're going to call the out, score the run, no error assigned because you cannot assume the double play. Payne comes around to score the 7th run of the evening. Williams out at second base, and you'll score that 6-4. So you saw on your screen the umpire do this. Well, you can't see it, Chuck. You saw what he was doing there. It looked like he was clapping at it, but he was showing that the ball came out on the transition as Jack was trying to turn and throw to first on that double play. The ball came out, but it was already the out recorded.
The nonverbal communication to the coaches to say the catch was made, but the bobble was in the transition.
Yep, Brock Laird on a fielder's choice. So he's 0 for 1 on the night. Hit by pitch and a base on balls. And Alex Dupuis, who has walked and grounded out to short, or to third, stands in there ready to go. That one again up to Adelise. Bobbles it around, is going to come up, does not throw this time, and holds on to it, and that's an infield single for Dupuis, as Adelise had to come a long way for that one, and so we'll award the base hit. That sends Laird to second base, and Dylan Braxton, the designated hitter, who has a single and a base on balls, 2 runs scored on the day, the only Chief that has scored a couple of runs. Bat stands in there and bats from the left side. We saw him hit it hard back in the second. Just outside, 1 ball, no strikes to Braxton, the Chiefs designated hitter. And the Chiefs cruising along in this one. Again, the Warriors win that one 22-2 last night, but those runs don't help at all tonight. Lifted foul out and over the third base dugout to that area where the bus parks for the visiting team and behind the clubhouse as you walk in.
Right out there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Canyon has allowed 3 runs tonight in this one. Most he's given up in a game. That's a good curveball that's in there for the strike. Kind of ate up Braxton that time.
He was wound up tight on that one, just couldn't figure out to release on it.
Canyon sets, delivers that off-speed one, and that is the strikeout looking. So 2 strikeouts looking that inning. 1 run is scored, 1 man left on base after 2.5. Natchitoches Central leads this one 7-0. Warriors due up in the bottom of the third. Jack Powell, Micah Palmer, and Cooper Courtright when we come back.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
And we are back. First pitch swinging is Jack Powell. Jack Powell started the game, was unable to get anyone out, gave up the 4 runs, and just was a tough night. The young in years of baseball, the senior for the Warriors, but has only been playing the game about a year, and that's a tough start. Last year, you're not in baseball. This year, you're pitching against the 9-1 Chiefs. That one misses down low from Gillette. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You could just scratch a couple together here. 4 strikeouts from Gillette. Struck out the side last inning. 1 in the first, 3 in the second. And now that is 4 strikeouts in a row as Powell is the strikeout victim for out number 1. Micah Palmer due to hit for the Warriors bottom 3, 1 down. Micah had that big catch in right field, diving after that one. That's a couple of nights in a row. There's been some web gems, and we'll get that one put in. Well, last night we had 10 or 12 candidates for our player of the game. This year, tonight, just a tough night for the Warriors. And, left-handed, hard-throwing pitchers have done in the Warriors here in the first 10 games of the season.
Yeah.
Saw the Crenshaw kid from Ash do it and really handcuff the Warriors en route to that run rule game. 0-2 the count here. 7-0. Natchitoches Central leads this one, bottom 3. That one fouled back, and we'll repeat the 0-2 offering. 4 strikeouts in a row. 4 strikeouts in a row, 5 overall. All 5 have been swinging. The Warriors batters are up there hacking, just unable really to get anything on the baseball tonight. Gillette rocks and fires this one. Just misses up high. One of those 50-50 balls tonight could have been called either way on this long season. This goes all the way into May. So we'll finish out March, get through April, and the playoffs will be in May. Due to offering. Swung on, we'll see. No, they're calling their safe that he didn't go. Holding up on that one is Palmer, able to check his swing, and it is another full count. Throwing a lot of pitches is Gillette, but Chuck, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't look like it phases the lefty from Natchitoches Central.
It looks like it. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't look like it phases him at all.
That one ground up the middle. Shortstop's got it. Over to first in time, breaks the string of strikeouts, but that is 8 up and 8 down because of the caught stealing. Micah Palmer. Yeah, so he faced 3 in the first. Actually had Cody up, but it's not an official at bat. So 3 up, 3 down in all 3 of the innings. And now that is tough night, getting tougher for the Warriors.
Yeah.
Cooper Courtright had a big game with a couple of base hits and a walk. Was our player of the game last night, first game back. had a couple of base hits, and Walton scored a couple of runs. Warriors yet to get a hit in this game. I don't mind jinxing that no-hitter that's going on because it's for the opposite team.
Yes, it's true. That would be a reverse psychology jinx there.
Canyon
RPJ.
walked the only blemish for Gillette, and he erased him with the pickoff. So facing the minimum through 3, down to the 9-hole hitter, Cooper Courtright, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, after having a high pitch count on 1.
Swung through that one, and that'll do it for the Warriors. 3 up, 3 down. 6 strikeouts by Adam Gillette, and he is pitching a gem. Warriors will be up in the top of the 4th, back to the top of the order, but coming up in the bottom 4th, but coming up top 4, it is going to be Jordan Hudson and Rawls when we come back.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
And we are back here. Tough night for the Warriors in the middle of it. In the top of the 4th now. That 5-run inning has been added, but even if you just go back and take the couple of runs that have been scored since then that have made it 7-0, still throwing a no-hitter is Gillette. The only blemish on the perfect game was the walk, and again he erased Canyon Wright.
Had to step out off the turf there and put his bat down in the dirt so he could get a little bit on his gloves.
Yeah, you got to go a ways to get to it. That ground ball is over to the dugout. We will be back next Tuesday night. I'll invite my buddy Scott Mills into the press box area here where we're at that will call that game. He'll be alongside of Chuck for that one. City Council night in the city of Pineville, and so duty calls that I will be over there. But you'll enjoy the evening with Scott. That one down the line and foul, going to drop in between that shallow area between the right field fence and right field foul line. But Scott's been calling sports for a number of years and calls Buckeye High School football for us.
Does a great job, too.
He does.
Very enthusiastic, and
if you got to deal, you got to just put up with his Arkansas-ism-ness. But now Scott's a great guy. Swung through that one. Canyon records the strikeout of Jordan. That's out number 1.
So one thing I have done, Doug, with our system is I've disabled your remote mute button.
Right, you have done that. I'm no longer able to do it. He's got it. I guess this has turned into an easy button up
just
here.
Thinking about next week,
Cooper Hudson, the third baseman, stands in there. Cooper has an RBI on the evening. Hits this one to third, coming off his knees and throwing in time. And Luke Johnson showing off over there at third base. That strong, strong arm that he has goes down to his knees to smother that one and throws over in time to get the out at first.
Good defensive play.
Indeed it was. And Luke's done those throughout. Luke is just so solid out at third base. Saw him at shortstop last year. Two down in this one. Score that one 5-3 on the putout for out number 2.
First one inside up by the shoulder there is a ball.
I think we've got our internet feed fixed. It seems to be rolling along. Haven't heard much grief. Was catching grief from Coach JG, who is I say that lovingly, who is away from the team. He'll rejoin the team this weekend down in that Eunice tournament. He'll be back. Oh no, he won't be for that one because he's going to his brother's bachelor party. That one lifted high. Bachelor trip down to New Orleans. You know, and I told him, I said, why don't you let Dad go? And they voted against that. Dad's not able to go on that trip.
Mom might have had veto.
Well,
powers.
Right. Good camera work on that play that Luke had on the out. Chuck finding his way around the camera there. That one swung through and missed, yeah.
No,
you go back and look at that play again, and Luke did a tremendous job throwing from his knees. Only way that he was going to be able to get the out. He was not going to be able to hop up and do it.
Yeah, that was a good slider throw in.
That one back around, and we'll redo the 2-ball, 2-strike count. This is Layden Rawls. Reached on a fielder's choice, struck out looking, one of Canyon's 4 strikeouts on the evening. Canyon has come in and thrown the ball really well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is you can tell the difference. There's a difference in caliber of.
That one ground this time. Luke has to go up high and get this one. Gets the throw over in time, and I'm telling you, Luke Johnson is as solid at third base as you'll find in the state of Louisiana. 3 up, 3 down, nothing across for the Chiefs in the top of the 4th. The Warriors will send up the top of their order. It's Courtright, Johnson, and Canyon Wright when we come back.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back to the burn. Adam Gillette stands in there ready for his 4th inning of work. He faces the top of the Warrior order. It's been 9 up and 9 down. Carson Courtright stands in there, grounded out to second base to lead things off and twist that one back foul. The Warriors have seen him once before in their first trip through. Now is the time to come around and get some of those runs and claw your way back in it.
As a plus note on the scoreboard, you can see they can't see, but we can, the Chiefs have scored in all of the first 3 innings, but Warriors held them to 0 in the 4th.
Right. had the 5 runs in the first, and just out of sorts. It's kind of like one of those Mike Tyson fights. Just come out and they got punched in the mouth in that first inning.
Yeah, and you got to protect your ears too.
And have settled down and thrown the ball well and played solid defense. And I think you take out of that, and there goes the no-hitter. Just like that, Carson Courtright with his second time around, and he's pushed that one down into the corner for the double. And now we'll get things going here and begin that rally here in the bottom of the fourth. That is a double. That is a double for Carson Courtright and Luke Johnson, who has been just so solid out there defensively with an opportunity to come up and get things going. Push a couple of runs across, a little dink-a-dunk and a home run, and you never know what will happen. Warriors trying to get something going. Second trip through against Gillette. Gillette the first time through had 5 strikeouts. Correction, he had 6 strikeouts. Non-strikeout batters. Carson had ground out to second. Canyon walked but got caught stealing, and the other out was the one by Palmer.
I'd like to see what kind of move he's got to go back to second now.
That one misses down low, and it's a ball and a strike. This one rolling right along. They were behind to Lake Arthur, had to come back with some late inning heroics. Believe they might have a little of that left in them tonight. We'll see. Just got to get that hitting going. We've talked about hitting being contagious. That one ground foul over to where Canyon is. Canyon grabs it and gets it back in. So Coach Gann let me know he will be here Friday. He's just going to leave for New Orleans with the group on Saturday morning.
Okay.
So there you have it. Yeah, the wedding just about 3 weeks away now. Getting close. April the 1st is the wedding.
Wow. Not going to make a fool out of nobody, huh?
No. That one misses, and that's going to send Courtright down to third on the wild pitch. So 90 feet away from the first run for the Warriors. Need to get that one. First one, the hardest to get. So waiting for the Chiefs. They did it on the second pitch of the game tonight. But put a couple of things together, get a run here and here there. Canyon has been throwing the ball well the last 3 innings. Gave up just the 1 run in the second, the third, and none in the fourth, as Chuck alluded to earlier. That one bounces around. Courtright thought about it, but would have been toast at home. Turns around and comes back. And again, another full count. That is, we'll count these. 7 batters out of the 11 that Gillette has faced have been full count. So you were a pitch away from some walks.
Yeah.
But Gillette with the strikeouts instead, 6 of those. Fouled back. Luke taking a hack at it. And I went back and watched the game last night in my spare time.
Yes.
And you would see Luke, I tried to take a look at his at-bats, and it didn't matter if it was inside, low, up, high, wherever it was at. He went where the pitch was and didn't try to do anything with it that would have caused some chaos. Swung through that one. It's dropped. Going to have to make the play at first and not going to do it because the runner is down at third in the form of Courtright. So in your book, you'll score that a K and then a drop third strike. Advancing to first is Johnson. And so by Carson being over at third base, you see that play is made if the runner's out at second base. But because there was a runner at third, there wasn't the need to go out and do that.
There's you another shot if you want to get what really goes out on
right
the thing again.
Out there talking to the young man, Gillette, who has been masterful in this one. Just, again, the one hit in this one, and that was Carson Courtright, who had the double. He stands at third. Luke over at first, and you've got to be really careful now if you're Luke not to run yourself out of an inning here. Got to be careful. We've already seen the move by Gillette. You don't want to get picked off, but that'll bring up the sophomore pitcher now, and we normally refer to him as the first baseman, but he is on the bump now for the Warriors. Let's put the shades on, Chuck, so we can give him a little boost here.
Yes.
That's helped him to 4 home runs. We believe it's helped him some. We'll see about that.
I could bring up the thing that I said last night again.
Yeah, you did talk him into that one. That one misses down low, top of the lineup. Yeah, that game was 19-2, and Chuck said you wonder if you have him up there not swinging. And my point was that he wouldn't be in there. They'd have a pinch hitter if they weren't going to have him swinging. And the next pitch he hits out of the park.
Cranked it out of the park.
Gillette stands in, looks first and third. Delivers this one, and that's the fastball right down the pipe. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'd love to see him get a hold of one again now.
Well, if he does, it'll get out of here in a hurry because it's a good fastball pitcher.
Yeah.
And you use the velocity of the pitch as it comes in, turning it around. And I won't get off on the physics soapbox of the game of baseball here. We just need him to square it up.
E equals MC squared, right?
Here's the delivery back over to first. No, had me fooled as well. Luke doing a good job. Talked to Luke on the show Sunday night, getting close to narrowing down his choice for a college. And we're going to do our best to get it onto the show on a Sunday night.
That would be nice. Unless they have some kind of in-school thing, but hopefully we can sweet-talk him into it. Hey, look, come on out to
he can
Fat
sign
Burgers.
then, but let him announce on the show.
Yeah.
That one in there for strike 2, and Kenyon watches a couple of strikes go by him.
We could put him on, tell him, come out to Fat Burgers, we'll buy you a meal.
Right?
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners at first and third for the Warriors, bottom of the 4th. They trail this one 7-0. Just got to put together a couple of base hits, like we said, a little Texas leaguer, a little Baltimore chop, get back in this, and here's the delivery. That one misses down low. 2-2.
Was liking the pitch. The catcher thought maybe he got him. Way he stepped out.
Trying to frame most all of them, though. He does a good job of selling it back there. Standing in, ready to go to work is Wright. Looks out at Gillette. Gillette looks over to third at Courtright. Back over to first to Luke. Comes set, now delivers. Kenyon takes that one inside and a good eye. And this one has filled up another full count offering. Natchitoches Central dugout thought he had a strikeout looking. Would have been his first one of the night. To go with the 7 swinging strikes. Here's the delivery from Gillette. Swung on and through that one was Kenyon. Chased one up and out of the zone after letting a couple of them go by that were pitches that he liked and unable to catch up with that one. 2 strikeouts in this inning, but only 1 out. I explained that to you before. Cody Davis will come in there. 8th strikeout of the night for Gillette. The move over to first base chases Luke back.
It's a pretty sweet move. He stands there, slides that foot off, and makes that throw. Doesn't go through a whole lot of animation in his body. He's just real quick with it. Wasn't a strong throw, but it was just enough. It was a fast delivery.
High leg kick. That one misses around. And here comes Courtright again. He's going to slide in home head first and score. Courtright reading it well and coach not understanding why Johnson is not down to second base. Should have been down to second on that one, but the first run is in, and that is in the form of Carson Courtright. Had the double and has manufactured that one himself. Runner at first is Luke.
And like you said earlier, you got to get the first one to catch them.
That's correct. 7-1 now, bottom of the fourth. Need to get a good ways through this lineup here. Give yourself a chance to get the top of the order back up there next inning. And that's that move back over to first that had Luke had it read pretty well. You know, when you see him moving back that quickly, you just got to think that maybe he has an in on that move from Gillette. And again, you're looking first move, but Gillette has a tendency just to leave that leg up and go where he wants to with it. Curveball in there for the strike to Davis. And it's a ball and a strike. One down. Seven to 1. Warriors trail this one in the bottom of the fourth. Like to see Cody and Seth and those guys get a couple of more base hits this inning and put another crooked number up. That one misses down low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Just about as still, Chuck, as it's been out here. That wind is not moving at all. That's got the bugs flying. And
it's like breath. Somebody just opened their mouth. It's not quite that hot, but it.
Down low. Chuck, I give you a little freedom, and I just did not know where you were going with that. It's like breath, he says.
I mean, it's kind of a sticky feel.
I got you.
You know, but it's not quite hot.
Time to brush your teeth if that's what if it feels like.
I didn't say it stung.
Oh, my buddy Chuck. 3 balls and a strike to Cody. Takes that one up high, ball 4. Business going on for the Warriors and Seth Cook. How about a little repeater, Seth, of last night in that granny you had? Can't get but a 3-run shot here, but we'd settle for the 3-run bomb. Seth Cook, strikeout victim in the first, but I'm telling you, it's been a second trip, and that's going to chase the Natchitoches Central coach out there. Coach Kaufman makes his way to the mound, and that is going to do it. But a great night for Adam Gillette. He is in line for the victory. We'll try to get the number of the young man.
20-something. 23? Let's make sure. Yep,
23. Christian French will make his way in there. Christian French set to come on in relief of Adam Gillette, and we'll see what happens when we come back. Back to the burn we go. Again, alongside of Chuck Perkins and Christian French on in relief to face Seth Cook. And you appreciate the work that Canyon has done on the mound. That kept it close, and the Warriors with an opportunity maybe to get some business going here.
Yet another lefty, though.
Lefties galore.
Yes.
That one in there for strike one.
Fouled off.
So the runners at first and second are Gallette's responsibility. No matter what happens here, he would still be on the hook for the win.
I finally figured out where they got all the lefties from.
Don't. I'm not asking.
Okay.
There's the delivery. Swung on and missed. Runner at second is Johnson. Cody Davis out at first. Seth Cook to bat at court right. Led off with a double and scored in this inning. Swung through that one and missed. Second strikeout tonight for Cook. And that'll bring Maddox Adelise. 9 strikeouts that the Warriors have been victim of tonight. And that was just a good piece of pitching by Christian French. That one ground up the middle. Going to be fielded there by the shortstop and over in time. Beautiful play out at short by Alex Dupuis. Gets that one, and that will retire the side, but not before the Warriors pick up 1 run on 1 base hit. No errors, 2 men left on after 4 complete. It is Natchitoches Central 7, Grace Christian 1. Back up in the top of the 5th, it will be Collum, Payne, and Williams when we come back.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
There was a huge assembly, and then he came to the gym, and he announced it.
I would like to honor a warrior that is right here.
I was diagnosed with Wilms tumor kidney cancer.
Colin McGee.
We're going to fly you and your family to Universal Studios in Los Angeles to meet Adam Levine. Yes!
Got there, and then we went to Santa Monica Pier, and the water felt good, and I found a bunch of cool rocks. And then we went to The Voice the next day. I got to meet Adam Levine after the show, which was amazing.
I'm Bob Giles, and I believe every business should give back. Join me at gilesgivesback.com.
We move to the top of the 5th. Natchitoches Central leads this one 7-1. Warriors pick up
1 in this last inning. Where is it? Was it Luke Johnson that came across?
Carson.
Carson.
Carson had the double, the only base hit of the night for the Warriors, and came around to score. Just the 9 strikeouts. And just struggling against left-handed hitting, left-handed pitching. That one is grounded. We're going to go back and look at that Ash game for a minute and see. I hate to dig back into anything there, but just the number of strikeouts from these left-handed pitchers tonight. Eight strikeouts the night that Grace played Ash, 8 strikeouts via the left-handed hitter, and I just don't know when you're able to work on that. Kenyon delivers the 0-2 pitch off of the ankle of the Chiefs batter column, and that will get him down to first here to lead things off in the 5th. Well, you don't want an 0-2 count and you hit someone. That just that deflates you a little bit. Because you wanted to go 8-9 and get out of this thing here. Payne, the center fielder, stands back in there with Titus Williams on deck, looking to square around a bunt, and that one is taken for a strike.
It's still good for a double play here.
That is correct. They put so much pressure on you on the bases, do these Chiefs. They're often running on a lot of these pitches. Canyon has done a good job of holding the runners close, but there he goes. That hit and run ball goes out into center field. Carson bare hands it and gets that, and that is a base hit. Base hit number 2 on the night. So 2 for 2 night by Payne, the center fielder. He was hit by a pitch back in the first, did not score in that 11 at-bat inning. And you're back to Titus Williams, who has homered and singled in this game. Actually, he's 3 for 3.
Coach Brown to the mound.
Let's see if that's going to do it.
I think it looks like he's just talking to him. He hadn't reached for the handoff there yet. And
correcting, that was the 3 from the inning that was down in there on the base hit side. So ground out to shortstop his in the 3rd inning. So 2 for 3, Titus Williams. He's got the homer, the RBI, a couple of RBI on the night. And he stands in there with runners at first and second.
He did get the ball from him. He did relieve him.
That'll do it. Just saving, and you've got the innings out of there, and that's going to do it.
I think it's going to pull 25 in.
Well, what's going to do, Seth will go back. Seth had moved over to first, so he's giving up the first base mitt, and he'll come in and just get his glove. Don't believe that they would go to Seth here, but again.
Yeah, he's going back to the mound.
Yep, Cook will walk out, maybe get some work, trying to keep it right here and give the Warriors an opportunity. No, he's not coming in and getting the ball, it doesn't look like.
Well, Coach Brown is all the way down talking to the umpire, too.
Yeah, letting them know just who's going where.
Yeah, but he's standing back off the mound, so.
Got to think perhaps.
Let's see if we can get a heads-up play here. Looks like number 3 maybe.
Well, no, Jack will go back to second base. That was Powell that started the game. So I tell you a lot of things that he's not going to go to Powell in this one that started. Now he could, but Powell struggled with that top of the order. Did not make it out of the first.
Let's see. Now we've got somebody coming out. $33.
No, that's got to be 35, Cody.
35, that's it.
So they're switching catchers. So you'll send Luke Johnson from third base back to catch, and Cody Davis will come from behind the plate, and the Warrior closer will come out to get some work in. We saw him work a little bit last night, and he has not had much work during the season, and so Coach Brown wanted to get him out and get him some quality pitches, and what more quality than the top 5 of this Natchitoches Central team. So move Luke Johnson there. Got to believe you'll have Adelaide still at short. Jack Powell should go over to third base is where Powell will go. Seth will come out and play second base. Canyon will make his way back to first. There you see Cody taking his warm-up pitches. We're going to step aside for a moment, and we'll rejoin it back in the 5th when we come back.
If you could fly, you can play hide and go seek in the clouds. I want to be a pilot. So you can see the whole entire world. If you could fly, you could see the whole world whenever you want.
You're really gonna go on a plane with a pilot. Seriously. Your dream's gonna come true.
Please join us in supporting Dreams Come True of Louisiana. Donate today at gilesgivesback.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
So resetting things for you, Cody Davis comes out from behind the dish, and he gets onto the mound. LJ moves from third to behind the plate. Kenyon from the mound over to first. Seth goes to second. Adelise remains at short, and Jack Powell will go to third, and we're ready to go to Titus Williams, the leadoff hitter for the Chiefs. Cody throws that one in there. Ball one. Struggled a little bit in the first inning that he worked last night, did Cody. Warrior closer in, trying to just get some work and get some late inning action. Swung through that one and missed, did Williams. We play here in the top of the 5th, 7-1. Warriors trail. Cody and LJ sitting to work things out. Luke Johnson has been just masterful over there at third base tonight, and has been for the bulk of the season. Played shortstop for the Warriors the last couple of seasons, but moved over and is just so solid at the hot corner for Grace Christian.
Looked like they had to switch out cards there. I think he might have had the wrong one. So
that's why they were missing on the pitches. Now they get things settled out. Runners at first and second for the Chiefs. Titus stands in there ready to go to work. Already has a homer on the night. Cody looks back. Titus looking to square around. That one bounces. Now they're going to have a runner hung up. LJ down to second. Not in time. Well, that was a close one down there at second base on Column. Payne at first was over halfway through. He was close to where Seth was playing at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody down, top of the 5th. Evens the count there at 2-2, and Cody doing a good job of getting into the strike zone. Look, I got to quit giving people that watch these games my cell number, because I got one fan that's there that's just hammering me any mistake I make.
Oh, come on.
But I can't very well take my cell phone number away from my son. But good grief, the stuff I catch from him.
JG, keep doing it.
Right. Full count.
Thank you.
From Davis. Williams stands in there. And that is down, ball 4. Runners were off and going, but that is the walk to Williams, and that will bring up Brock Laird. Laird has walked on the day, has a fielder's choice, has a couple of fielder's choices on the evening. So he is 0 for 2 with a run scored. That one up the middle. Adelise over to Cook, not in time, and racing around third, and that's going to be a dead ball. Umpire behind it called time. Don't think it went in the dugout. It hit the wall, so I don't believe that he would roll around, but the run does come around to score. And that was Column that comes in to score, so he is the 8th run of the evening. Williams see what they're working on over there and bringing in the gotta slap our camera as sometimes it gets a little messed up. Coach Brown talking things over there with home plate. Not sure what is going on, but they'll go out there and talk about it a little bit. Right now, they have not put any runs up on the scoreboard.
Okay. Sending him back to third.
And now
batter's out and going back to third, I think I heard him say. Or no, batter can't be out.
The batter's out from the or is on from the throw. We're
Right.
not sure why they're sending the runner back to third, but the coach from Natchitoches Central is out there. So one run did score. That was Column. The question is what they're doing with Payne. Williams was out 6-4, and now runners at first and third. Reaching on the fielder's choice was Laird. And so that gets things set. You have a runner at first, and you have a runner at third. 8-1 here in this one, top of the fifth. And that one up high. Snap throw down to third, not in time.
Down to first.
There you have it.
That's why
So
I'm here.
sitting in the outfield is the problem because I'm used
Left
to
and
watching it from one side. Yeah.
Well, we're still watching it from one
So
side.
I said. You think this is my first year doing baseball, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Stepping off quickly is Cody, but nothing doing there.
Just a look-see.
Not sure why they sent the runner back to third. May have had something to do with the dead ball once it got into the dugout area. If it hit one of the players that were outside of the dugout, then that's a dead ball and it sends a runner back. If it goes in the dugout, that one is hammered way back and into the night and gone.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness, that got out of here like it had a ticket and it was leaving from AEX. Goodness gracious, Alex Dupuis, Dupuis sends that deep and into the night. That is a 3-run bomb. Holy cow. And it is 11-1. Two big home runs. One Titus hit to lead things off, and then that one from Dupuis. And, oh, goodness, he hit the crud out of that one. Sorry to, goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a Hulk shot where you just say smash.
That was, it got out of here as quick as anything that we've seen.
Somebody's out there trying to fish it up, it looks like.
Yeah, he found it. Turned on that one.
Yes, sir.
That one lifted foul and back out of play. It's a good thing we're not in that alley, Chuck. That would have come right to where we were. And there's our buddy Carson again saying hello to us. On the bad end of this one tonight are the Warriors. They'll still have a shot in the fifth, but they'll have to score a run to keep this thing from ending early. 5 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, nothing in the fourth, and now 4 in the fifth. The Warriors pick up just the 1 run in the fourth. That one bounces in from Davis. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chuck, I don't even know if you were able to follow that home run as quick as it got out of here.
I came around with it. The corner of the screen, you could see it actually going over the wall. Just because I'd widened it out a little bit.
Yeah, that one, the one Titus hit to lead things off was higher and just kind of got out. That one from Dupuy.
Almost like a line drive.
Was smoke. There's another one driven out to left field, and it's just the hit parade continues.
They come in what?
Come in bunches. Hope to have our new camera here in a couple of weeks, one that will zoom a little bit more.
I'll see about that.
We're grateful for our sponsors. If you're looking to have your message shared to your business, your family, there are spots available. We've got our game MVP that is brought to you by, well, no one just yet. So if you'd like to be a part of sponsoring that or the pitching changes that are out here, give us a call and let us know. You can reach us or just email me at doug@446sports.com. It's more reasonable than you would think.
And even if you see another spot that you just are heartfelt about and you say, hey, none of those that you've named, but I'd like to do this.
Maybe I'd like to do the starting lineups.
There you go.
Yeah, you can do that. Everything stays here locally. That's the good thing about it. You advertise with a lot of places and the money goes away. This stays right here in the community and gives back to the kiddos. That one is there. It gives lifetime memories. All of our pages, all of our games stay up on YouTube forever.
For football schools, Grace baseball, Tioga softball, Menard softball.
Yeah.
Menard basketball.
Buckeye football.
ASL.
That one bounces around. Luke's firing down to second, not going to be in time. Just another one of those nights. Warriors will be back in action Friday night. They're off Wednesday and Thursday. Need that much-needed break. That just shows you that the old girl of the game of baseball put up 22 runs last night and have been held to just 1 tonight on the tail end of an 11-1 score. If the Warriors do not do something in the bottom of the fifth, that would be a
10-runner.
A difficult, say both losses would have been to district, would have been to 5A teams, and both losses would have been by run rule, and that's a strikeout looking. Good work by Davis to come all the way back in there and get that strikeout. And that is 2 down.
Base runner on second.
Inside, just missed. Good looking pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And we will follow the Warriors all the way through their playoff run. Won't go on the road, but we will cover what should be a home playoff game for them. And then winning that one, we'll follow them down to the semifinals and finals, wherever that may be. So go ahead. That one lifted, going the other way down the line and foul.
I was just going to say some make it to the playoffs and some don't.
In Division 5, they all make it. It's just
true.
I think 15 teams down in the non-select Division 5 in baseball is all there is. Same spot, fouled out of play. Lamar did a segment I saw the other day of how well the basketball has stayed closer, and in closer games there were more of them this time around because of the combining of the select and non-selects and what they've done with those guys. That one driven out to Courtright, had it played perfectly, thought about coming up and throwing to first but didn't, and now runners at first and third. had moved over and had lined up perfectly where it was, but it just one of those that just made it to the outfield. Long night for the Warriors. They'll be ready to get this thing over with. Just past 8 o'clock, and Chuck was reminding me the time does change this weekend.
Yes.
And let's see, you'll spring forward, so it'll be we'll be an hour somewhere.
Lose an hour of sleep.
So I've got a clock in my bathroom.
Uh-oh.
And I don't change it. All right, so when we fall back, I didn't move it, and I was ahead. And so I adjust and know, and I looked at it the other day, and it was dead on the correct time.
Wow.
And so, you know me, and runner heading down to second base. LJ's got a shot at it. Safe. On second base, second and third are the runners. So I go and I look at it, seeing what happened there. Just kind of joking with each other, Seth and the young man from Natchitoches Central. Go to my wife and I said, why'd you turn the clock? Why'd you move the clock forward with just a couple of weeks to go before the time change, and now it's going to be ahead. We spring forward and it won't work, and so my one sense of normalcy in my house is a clock that is wrong.
Oh dear.
So got up, go to the bathroom, brushing my teeth, getting ready to go to work, and the clock, well, it's right. I said, dadgummit.
Uh-oh. How did you know it was right?
Because I know the time, I know what my phone is, and I know the time that's in there, and that's what time the clock said. She's like, I didn't change it. I said, well, I know the dogs didn't do it. Who changed it?
Yeah.
Batteries were dead. It just happened to stop on the right time that I had looked at it. So she was off the hook. I'm a dummy, and life is normal in the Gann house.
There we go.
That one pumped in there for a strike from Cody.
I have to tell you, my favorite time of day is 6:30, hands down.
Oh, no. I can't with you. Those of you that are on the delay, run. Oh, no, it's too late for that.
Now.
You already have it because you don't know that it's delayed. Ball 4 down low, and that'll load them up for the Chiefs. See, that's the thing about the 1 minute delay. You don't know that it's a 1 minute delay if you're watching it.
Yes.
That allows us the opportunity to go back and watch on there. Yeah, but look, I'm catching grief from Coach JG, and I forget what it was that I said that he's commenting on there. So,
well, it's something. I know there's something that I made a comment about. Give it to him.
Oh, and he does. There ain't no doubt about that.
And JG, by the way, you can always say that your lovely little bride, Doug's favorite daughter-in-law, temporarily
for about 3 more weeks. That's right. And look, oh gosh, she's probably watching this with him too. Good. Oh goodness, she's probably right there with JG watching this. So she's saying it's going to be much longer than 3 weeks.
Maybe
it's
she's
going to be forever.
Texting. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Look, I get. Look, I don't need any help giving myself grief, and here I go doing that again. Love you, Katie and JG.
There you go again.
11-1, bases juiced for the Chiefs. That one in there for the strike. So we've tried the burger. We've tried the wings from Fat Burger. I don't know what we'll try Sunday night.
Chicken waffles?
I'm going to have to try one of the shakes because I know you did that. Go by and check them out. You know, when you leave here and you're heading back towards Grace, they are on Versailles Boulevard off to the right-hand side in that shopping center. It's off to the right before you get out of the commercial end of it, and that's down on strikes. Good piece of pitching there to end the inning. 11-1, we move to the bottom of the fifth. Due up for the Warriors, it is Maddox Adelise, Jack Powell, and Micah Palmer when we come back.
Make your burger your style with delicious, hand-pressed, never-frozen AAA Angus beef and tons of fresh, tasty toppings. Fat Burger. Great taste sounds good, doesn't it?
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
And we are back here, bottom of the fifth for the Warriors. Maddox Adelais to lead things off. Warriors have to get a run in this to keep it going. And they have, the runs have been few and far between tonight for this Grayson. It was corrected. JG was telling me that he didn't think all 15 teams make it. Now, you look back at it, not all 15 teams, that one in there for the strike, play the required number of games that are in there too.
This is true.
You know, some of those that are down, and there are a couple of teams that are new schools down there that you really don't want it. That one is lifted, foul, and out of play.
Yeah, because you look at it right now, there's several teams that have only played one or two games, whereas some of the other ones like Grayson, Natchitoches, Central, they played 10 games already. So
right.
How do you catch up? I don't know.
Swung on. It's third strike, but it's dropped, and that will retire. That was Jack there that batted. Adelais had finished things off in the third, or back in the fourth. Jack Powell was retired there. Micah Palmer will come to the plate. So 7, 8, 9 due up here, 7 down on the strikeout. Another strikeout by a left-hander, and Micah Palmer. What I get for leaving my glasses at home tonight, or left them somewhere. See, that's a problem with not being able to see. I can't see where I left my glasses.
Only time can tell. Maybe you need a battery in them.
I don't know about that. Misses up high. 11-1, Warriors have to scratch through to get them a run here, or it will end in the fifth. Chiefs lefty delivers that one up high, and it is ball 4 to Micah Palmer, and he reaches, and Cooper Courtright will stand in there ready to go. Back-to-back Courtrights coming up. Cooper batting out of the 9-hole, and older brother Carson, the center fielder for the Warriors, who has the only hit of the night. That's a double and a run scored. But right now it is time for Cooper. Cooper takes that one in there, strike one. Had a good job of hitting last night. First action that he saw. Only has one at bat tonight, as it has been tough sledding to get batters to the plate for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten trapped in there and not been able to get very far off of it.
Swung through that one, did Cooper. And, there's going to be nights like this. Baseball is a difficult sport. I mean, even my Yankees don't win every night. No. So there you have it.
But the Mets.
That one, good curveball in there, strike three looking, and that was just nasty.
That was a pretty shot.
$11 strikeouts tonight for the Warriors, and back to the top of the Warrior lineup, and it is Carson Courtright. Courtright 1 for 2 on the night, has a double and a run scored and grounded out to the second baseman to lead things off in the bottom of the first. That one misses outside again. Micah Palmer on at first base. He was there via the walk. So a couple of walks are the only thing that's really done anything save for the base hit. 3 walks on the night to go along with 11 strikeouts. That one misses low. And it's 2 balls, no strikes.
A little meeting at the mound here. Oh, the coach is coming out.
Just going out there to maybe settle him down a little bit and say, look, settle down, throw strikes. If you're the Warriors, you're over there and you see Carson and you see Luke talking things over just to the right of the screen underneath our logo that's there, the Wallace Eye Associates logo that will circle around, now the Fatburger one. Of course, all of this brought to you by Valex Federal Credit Union. All 446 Sports Games title sponsor, Valex Federal Credit Union, for all of your credit union needs. Check them out at valexfcu.org. 3 locations to serve you, one on Main Street in Pineville, one on Jackson Street, and, of course, the main branch where it all started out at the VA in Pineville.
Glad to have them part of us.
Indeed. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Carson stands there ready to extend this thing. Ground ball up the middle is going to be fielded by the shortstop. Takes the easy way, and that's going to do it tonight. Courtright out 6-4 if you're scoring at home, and that will do it for the ball game tonight. Warriors drop this one in run rule fashion. They lose 11-1 to the Chiefs of Natchitoches Central, and well, you admire the playing the 5A schools, but this is just the ones that they have played. Ash and Natchitoches Central certainly up there in the power ratings. I think Natchitoches Central was ranked number 6 in the power ratings, and we'll go back in there and just kind of take a look at that while we're looking things over.
And waiting for them to do their handshake and get Coach Brown possibly out here to talk.
Ash would have been in the select Division I. They are ranked 5th. And Ash and Pineville ranked 5 and 6. Ash at 7 and 2. Pineville at 5 and 3. So good to see some of those local schools in there. Tioga off to a rough start on the year. Division I. So you had a loss to the 5th ranked team in select, and in non-select, Natchitoches Central is the 6th. So continuing to pick up those PowerPoints on there. I want to thank everybody that tuned in for tonight's ball game. We'll still try to get Coach Brown out here and discuss things with him. Very impressed with the way that Canyon came in and held things in the how he held on in that one. He's over talking to his guys and appreciate the availability of him, because it's easy to come out and talk about games when there's a victory, but he likes to get to his guys and discuss it. But part of being covered is the availability in wins or losses. Chuck, let's take a quick break till we can get him over here. We'll be right back. You're watching Grace Christian Baseball on 446 Sports. Back to the Burn, and we're joined for the wrap-up show with Coach Josh Brown. Coach, tough night for the Warriors out here.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, you get behind an account like we did tonight, you know, that's not going to set up to be good things for the rest of the game.
Struggles continue against left-handed pitching tonight. You've seen the young man from Ash that came out and did this, and then tonight you had it, and I know you faced some struggles with a couple of them.
Lake Arthur.
Right. So how do you practice against left-handed pitching? Because I know you guys don't have any of them.
Well, I guess we're going to have to put the former Warrior Jacob Ladner on the mound and let him throw some on, obviously. But I'm disappointed because, you know, even right there at the end of the ball game, it's 11-1. You got a runner on first, and we got a 2-0 count, and my leadoff guy's going up there hacking. You know, I'm not really understanding that one. We're better than that, and we did a couple things tonight, kind of irked me a little bit discipline-wise.
Right. Do you think that the amount of games that you guys have played, and I know you do it every year that way, wears on it a little bit, or you get behind in one and they're just like, all right, let's get through this and go on? What do you attribute that to?
Part of me says, you know, the mindset, because we're playing a 5A school, I feel like our mindset's a little bit different with the kids.
Right.
I don't think coaching-wise anything's changed. I think I heard some things in the dugout early in the game, and I'm like, man, why are we even worried about the breaking ball? The kids shoving the fastball by us. Like, I'm not understanding that. We're talking about this, and we're telling kids, see ball, hit ball. I feel like it's a mental thing with a couple of them, to be honest with you.
Well, that's what early season games are all about as well. You know, you face the game like the Lake Arthur. Your 2 losses this season have come to 5A teams in run rule fashion, so that gives you something. And I don't know, the Crenshaw kid and the Gullett kid that you saw tonight, I don't know how much better pitching you'll see when you get into district and into the playoffs.
We won't. We won't see anybody better than that, and that's just being honest. I mean, we're not going to see anybody better than that. And coming from the left side, you know, and how many of those guys we're going to see in Division 5 lefties? I don't think there's many out there. I don't even know if there's one.
Well, and then that goes back to the point, too, because you've got a lot of arms on the team and don't have one lefty.
Correct.
And so, I mean, and you got, gosh, half your roster just about you could trot out there and pitch.
Oh, no doubt. And, you know, we could have went to another guy or two. I felt like they saw Cannon enough late in the game, and when they got the first 2 on, I wanted to go something hard, and you know, we made one mistake pitch there to Dupuy, and I think he hit it over the fence. But, I mean, Cody struck out a couple of guys. But first inning, we cannot walk that many people. You're not going to have success doing that.
Now, you give up the home run right off the bat, and that kind of got him. That kind of got Jack out of sorts there. But to walk the next 3, you get 3 walks and then the base hit, and you get behind 5-0 against a team like that. It's a difficult night.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So the one hit on the night, we do award our player of the game. It's Luke Johnson with his defense that he's done. We just think that he has performed so well over there at third base. The throw out on the knees that he had over there, just been solid at third base.
Oh, he was outstanding tonight at third base. Made some great plays. I mean, he's a player, no doubt about it.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back to it. You guys are on the road down in Eunice on Friday night. Correct. Is the next time you're in. And then district rolls around next week.
Yep, it's here.
So, well, we'll see you back Sunday. We won't be on the road with you for the Eunice tournament, but Sunday night at 6 p.m., we'll see you back here, Coach. Thanks a lot for visiting with us.
Appreciate y'all.
There you go. Availability, win or lose. Appreciate Coach Brown for that. And, Chuck, just you heard the frustration that was in his voice about some things. And, man, it's just a difficult night. But congratulations to our player of the game, Luke Johnson. Did it defensively tonight, and you like to see those. That play that he had where he threw the guy out from his knees was just another one of those highlight plays.
Yeah, and you said that early on in the game, and you've said it game after game. He just continues to impress from that side of the field and make plays and everything. So I don't know if they offer a Golden Glove kind of
award. They do have awards at the end of the season. They've got a Golden Spikes Award, the Cy Young Award, the Golden Glove, and there's no doubt about that. But that'll wrap it up, guys. Our next broadcast with Grace Christian is going to be Sunday night. I know that Menard has softball coming up this week, I believe, Thursday night, and then there's some Tioga softball coming up either Friday or Saturday or perhaps both. The only way that you can be sure is to follow our Facebook page and to go and hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell over there on our YouTube page, and that way anytime that we go live, because you never know when we'll pop up live. So, Chuck, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. As always, you did a great job and couldn't do anything without the work that you do here. For Chuck Perkins, I am Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.